Refrigerated Warehouse and Transport Association, doing my absolute favourite thing in the world, and that's introducing and having a word to new members of the RWTA. It is my absolute pleasure today to introduce and welcome Ben Bernard from Golden West Cold Storage. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks, Marianne. You?
Very well, thank you. Ben, it's been an exciting year for you. You've started with Golden West. Can you tell me a little bit about you're in WA? Can you tell me a bit about Golden West and what you're doing in WA?
Well, thanks, Marianne. So, Golden West, we started this business up here. It'll be actually the 3rd of July, 2023. So, in a couple of days, we'll actually be celebrating our first anniversary. Um, Golden West Cold Storage is a part of the Golden West Group. So they are a family-owned WA business originating out of Geraldton. So the owners of the business were actually fourth generation family members, so quite prominent in the country region. Their background actually comes from the fishing industry, would you believe? They specialise in that. They specialise running one of the first wholesalers in the country region in WA, in the Geraldton region. They then expanded into the fish markets, which they ran out of Geraldton, set up the out of the fish markets. They set up a cold storage facility as well, where they owned, ran, and operated that. And then from that cold storage facility, they actually built a Golden West Ice, which has now been operating in WA and the largest supplier of ice, both into the retail and bulk as well in WA. And the Golden West Group has been running near on, 38 years now. Yeah.
Okay, you've got a bit of experience there. I believe that your cold storage warehousing, you're not into the transport side of things.
Correct, yeah. So we had the opportunity to take on the Old Scots facility back in 2023. We put in an expression of interest with some 30 odd other companies. We put up a very, very strong case. The owners were very, very, welcoming and accepting our proposal that was actually put forward. And we're pretty excited about what the future held for us and what plans we actually had in place for this facility as well. I mean, obviously the WA market was quite competitive with a number of established cold stores already in place.
Yes.
So we knew that there was going to be a bit of a challenge, but we're up for that challenge and certainly welcomed the additional competition that we were bringing into the WA market as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. And tell me, Golden West in comparison, because we've got a lot of cold storage. Where there's people, there's cold storage. So the East Coast is pretty tight. As far as there's a lot of different cold storage facilities in WA. How big would you be? What sort of size player are you?
So, Marianne, the facility that present day that we're actually operating, we're a 27,000 pallet facility. So in terms of a freezer space, that probably makes up about 95% of our freezer space. We have the ability to convert a number of our rooms as well through to chiller and ambient. We have 30 doors that we actually operate out of as well from the facility. So it actually gives us quite a large volume of room in terms of receiving, staging, loading, loading in, loading out, receiving import containers, loading out export containers as well. So the facility is quite unique in the way it's set up. But in terms of the way that we operate, it's a much more efficient way of operating to usually, or in terms of what I've generally been used to. So
Yeah. I think that would make you, I think, the second largest provider of cold storage in WA. Does that sound about right?
Absolutely, yeah. So as I said, 27,000 spaces. We've also got two other sites as well. not just pallet spaces in the Hazelmere site or the Perth Airport precinct. We do have blast freezing facilities as well, up to 300 pallet spaces. We've also got a site out at Malaga and a site out at Geraldton as well. Our Geraldton facility, we hold about 1,400 pallets out there and have blast freezing facilities, and our Malaga site as well is similar numbers, around the 1,400 pallet as well. And that's where we actually manufacture the ice directly from that site. Yeah.
Okay. So one of the issues, particularly at the moment in Sydney and Melbourne at the moment, is there's no space anywhere. Do you have any spare space at the present time? And, obviously that can change overnight.
Absolutely, yeah. So what we've done, we actually had a tenant that was on this site for the last 10 years, and they actually built another facility. They exited out in February, and we actually took ownership of that part of the facility. So we've done some major work around that area there, and that's actually increased our capacity by about another 7,500 pallet spaces. There's actually 5 rooms down in that area, and they're the rooms that we have the ability to convert between frozen, chiller, and ambient. Yeah,
that's amazing.
So currently, yes, we do have capacity. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, as I said, that can change, from minute to minute, can't it? Sort of, but at the same time, by the time everyone sees this, and it's great to see that WA is growing, that there is a little bit of space, and that there's movement, because that sort of flexibility that you have is a great option. Ben, thank you so much for being interviewed today. I very much appreciate you making the time, and I wish you good business in the future.
Thanks, Marianne. Thank you.
Thank you.